I'm Nicole Lee, Associate Editor for CNET.com, and this is a first look at the Peek Pronto. The Peek Pronto is the sequel to the Peek email-only handheld from last year. However, the Peek Pronto has a few more features going for it. As you can see, the Peek Pronto looks exactly the same as the original Peek. It's the same hardware, the same device, except for a slightly better keyboard. On the front here is a 2.5-inch QVGA display. Underneath that, you do get a very tactile, very easy to use QWERTY keyboard. On the side, you do get the jog dial for scrolling through messages. You also get a back button. On the top, you also get the power switch. And on the other side, you do get the charger jack. On the top, you do get a flashing blue LED that shows the incoming messages. The interface is pretty simple. Right on the front is a list of messages like you will see on a regular email inbox. Setting up email is pretty easy. All you have to do is enter in your name, email address, login, and password information, and you're good to go. The Peek Pronto works with almost any email service, as well as the regular web email services like Yahoo, Hotmail, Gmail, and so forth, as well as any compatible internet service provider. Unlike the original Peek, the Peek Pronto does a lot more than just email. It also offers text messaging, which means you can send and receive text with the Peek Pronto. How does it do that? What you do is you enter in your phone number as you would an email address. So you'll be like your friend's cell phone number at txt.att.net if it's an AT&T cell phone number. And when your friend receives the text message from the Peek Pronto, he will receive it from a 10-digit number assigned to the Peek Pronto. So that way you can just send and receive text messages without incurring any additional fees. The Peek Pronto also has support for Word and PDF documents. You can read them right directly on the device. You also can get Microsoft Exchange mails, which means you can get all of your work email and contacts on here. The Peek Pronto also has search, which the original Peek did not. That means you can search through all of your messages very easily. The Peek Pronto is also cheaper than when the original Peek was released. It's around $79.99 for the device itself, and then $17 a month if you go for the quarterly payment plan. Considering that most carriers have very expensive data plans as well as very expensive messaging plans, these $17 a month for the Peek Pronto may be worth it if all you do is just send text and just send email. My name is Nicole Lee. This has been a first look at the Peek Pronto.